his third season. You talk about 2 games back-to-back. That's kind of measuring stick games early in the season. South Carolina and Oklahoma, that's it.
There's no forgiveness in this league. And again, they're playing a top 10 opponent here. They're ready for the challenge. Great start against South Carolina. Just got away from him as it went on. Well,
ready to go here in Starkville, Oklahoma. This first trip here to Starkville. These 2 teams have met 2 times in their history. Once in Norman 4 years ago, and then at Cancun in 2007. Here's Beers with a kick out. Verhulst will step back with a 3. Oklahoma will take a lot of threes. They've had some games where they haven't hit many threes. And a nice defense by Medina Ocott. Look at that matchup tonight. Medina Ocott, Reagan Beers, and here's the starting lineup for Mississippi State. As the shot is long from Anaya Russell, DeShields, Jordan, DeBrisha Poe, and Medina Ocott down to the low post. And Oklahoma going to go to the free throw line. Sahara Williams off the left block. And Brittany, this is one of the keys to the night. You see Jenny Bronchick in her 4th season at Oklahoma. And you start thinking about the physical play of Oklahoma. Can State stay on the floor and stay out of foul trouble?
Right. There's going to be a battle of efficiency inside. Medina Ocott is leading the country in field goal percentage. Reagan Beers did last year. She's currently ranked 3rd, and the only reason it's probably slightly less is the attention she's drawing this year.
Anaya Russell picked up the foul. That's her first. Here's Denham DeShields. Deep 3, left wing. Got it. And State takes its first lead. Denham DeShields, the younger sister of Diamond DeShields. Father Delano DeShields played in Major League Baseball.
Great family pedigree there. You can already appreciate the style of the game and the pace, the passing. It's moving side to side. It's playing through the post. Expect it to continue.
Verhulst missed the deep 3. Here's Anaya Russell, the transfer from Kentucky. Here's DeShields again. High arching 3, and this one's off the front of the iron.
Expect a lot of threes during this game, even though we're talking about the post presence. More so from Oklahoma than Mississippi State, but that's a great defensive stop there, and it shows one of the elements to this defensive culture that's ranked top 10 in the country for Mississippi State.
Well, you see Beers right here going one-on-one with Ocott, but it's always that secondary defender as DeShields stepped up to take the charge.
You can tell DeShields has been tasked to pester inside and be a help defender. Helped on the possession before, too.
State with the early lead off a 3 from Diamond DeShields, or Denham DeShields. And there's Ocott, and when you start thinking about fouls, that's one of the, you kind of feel like when you look at the game, when you say cheap fouls, but over the back on a defensive rebound or an offensive rebound, and that could loom large. And you see what Jenny Bronchick's done at Oklahoma. Coach of the Year last year, has been to the NCAA tournament 3 times, and what a job she has done in Norman.
Familiar with Coach Bronchick's style, being from Iowa, and she has done nothing but win in her coaching career. Her teams play hard, they play fast, and they score. One of the best scoring coaches in our game.
Nevaeh Tot with a 3, and Oklahoma takes the lead back. State jumped out to a big lead against South Carolina in the game on Sunday. You see that shot off the left iron by Jerkayla Jordan. Jordan and the rest of her teammates extremely hot to start that game, and then South Carolina went on a 16-0 run to end the first half and turn an 8-point deficit into an 8-point halftime lead.
Yep, they're defending national champions for a reason. They know how to stay composed. Good learning experience for Mississippi State.
One shot, and that's all. Here's Todd, another 3, and this in the bottom again from right wing. Nevaeh Tot back-to-back threes, and Oklahoma leads 7-3.
It'll be interesting now that Reagan Beers is out of the game. Does State recognize and try to get downhill, dominate the paint a little bit?
Yeah, you got Liz Scott in there now for Oklahoma, wearing number 34. State's taken 6 shots here early, made just 1. Oklahoma 2 of their first 6. And Tott's got both of those with the 3s. Here's Russell trying to manufacture, and the foul is called as the shot clock was down to 3, and State going to go to the free throw line with Anaya Russell.
Not the prettiest offense there, but you do appreciate that Anaya knew time and situation and made something happen for her group.
State went to the NCAA tournament under Sam Purcell in the first season. Last year went to the WBIT. Won 20-plus games in the first 2 seasons. Got off to a 13-1 start here early this year. Their only loss coming into conference play was a loss at Georgia Tech back in early December. They lost by 3. And then once getting into league play, lost at Kentucky a week ago up in Lexington. And then lost, as we talked about, on Sunday against South Carolina.
Yeah, those are all teams that arguably are Sweet 16 teams. Great resumes so far for Coach Purcell and his group.
Chandler Prater short with a 3. 7-4 Sooner lead. Lexi Keys has checked in for Oklahoma. There's Culleton, had the ball knocked free. And it will belong to Mississippi State. Once again, you see the quickness on the inside for State and ability to get hands on the basketball. Liz Scott had the ball knocked free. Sooners turned it over.
One thing I really like what Mississippi State is doing right now is they're really pressuring the basketball. Tennessee had some success. Texas had some success against Oklahoma doing that, and they're keeping it out of Peyton Berholz's hands.
Montague out left side. Here's McFall. And Destiny McFall knocking down the 3 from the left wing. Outstanding junior college career. And we're tied at 7.
She's given the Bulldogs some great off-the-bench minutes. Really good against South Carolina as well.
And now McFall. Prater driving in, one-on-one with Scott. Nice defense by Liz Scott.
Like the take, would have liked to see go off 2. She is recovering from an Achilles tear, just trying to get comfortable down there, but she's looking really good at this point in the season.
Rena Scott leading in, giving Oklahoma the 2-point lead, midway point of the first quarter. State inverting the offense, getting Jacayla Jordan inside. Out to Montague. She'll pull the trigger on a 3 and leave it long.
Good job by State recognizing a mismatch. Jacayla trying to get one-on-one, drawing some defense.
And the bunny is missed by Nia Russell.
Seeing the pace to this game, even though things are open, this is a fast pace. Not sure if both teams can sustain it.
Back-to-back steals, and the ball going to belong to Oklahoma coming out of the timeout. So a timeout on the floor, 4:25 to play here in the opening quarter. And Oklahoma has the early 2-point lead over Mississippi State.
So they just need to slow down and convert when they get something going on the defensive end.
It seems like when you get turnovers, you got to make Oklahoma pay for it if you're Mississippi State, and that's back-to-back possessions where you've got steals and runouts and nothing to show for it.
You have to, because you know that Oklahoma is going to put up 80, 90 points in this ball game, and so you can't miss those opportunities.
Sooners with the basketball. State's got his hands on a number of balls, and that's 3 possessions in a row for Oklahoma with a turnover.
Help defense has been there. They've been swarming inside, playing well into gaps.
DeBrisha Poe. Here's Okot at the free throw line. Cut to the bucket. Jacayla Jordan lays it in, and we're tied at 9.
Great read by Okot there. Help came, good composure and good vision. You can see that Jacayla Jordan is very focused in this game. She is most games, but she's got another level right now and a good awareness and good cut there.
4 turnovers in a row for the Sooners, and the lay-in with the left hand from Medina Okot.
Don't know many 6'7" players that can make that kind of finish.
And almost another steal. We talk about Oklahoma bothering Mississippi State on the defensive end and the half court, but State has really bothered Oklahoma here early.
Yeah, they're tenacious. They're owning their identity on the defensive end right now. Here's
Van with a drive, left it short. And the basketball will belong to Mississippi State. Well, we talked about Mississippi State shooting just 31%, 4 of 13 for the field. We got a couple of threes in there. Oklahoma just 3 of 9 shooting, a couple of threes. Here's McFall. And this one rattles out, and there's Denham DeShields, smallest player on the floor, getting the rebound. DeBrisha Poe straight away. That's a long two, had a toe on the line.
No easier said than done. DeBrisha Poe leads the SEC in three-point percentage. She is that person over her career that's automatic, but we'd love to get her more looks.
Rena Scott, 3 right wing. And the rebound to DeBrisha Poe. Chandler Prater, and a baseline jumper for Prater, and that's her first point. And Mississippi State leads by 6. It's an 8-0 Bulldog run. Zaya Van. Nice move to the bucket. Sahara Van got wide open.
You could see they knew that was happening before it happened. Skylar Van, player of the year last year in the Big 12. It's Oklahoma's first time in the SEC. Everyone's getting familiar with one another.
And Ocott with another left hand. Oklahoma quickly back down the floor. Zaya Van. Here's Sahara Williams. Skylar Van taking the jumper, and it rattles out. Here come the Bulldogs leading by 6. Prater tried to kick it out, and there was Zaya Van standing right there. And another Sooner turnover. Poe. And chased down in the corner.
We knew it'd be a quick one. I think we're spending about 4 seconds on each side of the court right now.
Shot clock has not been a factor at all. And once that rebound was gathered, Sam Purcell threw his hands up and said, hey, slow down.
Yep.
Everybody catch your breath. Denham DeShields not listening, though, and she takes it right to the rim, and she'll shoot 2.
That's great awareness, though. The weak side defense was outside the paint, got caught staring. I like the aggressiveness from Denham DeShields. She's somebody else that can score another 2, 3, 4 points per game for the squad.
Denham DeShields, an 85% free throw shooter, has 2 coming right here. Got the first.
Look for Coach Purcell to mix up his defense. Usually does as we're getting down to end of quarters here. Wouldn't be surprised to see some zone.
2-time all-conference player at UAB. Hits both free throws, and Mississippi State leads by 8. Reagan Beers back in for Oklahoma. Picked up a foul early on. And a high pass by Keys, and that's turnover number 8 for Oklahoma in the first quarter.
Uncharacteristic. They're kind of pressing right now to get it exactly inside, but all the attention's there. They just need to keep moving it side to side.
Chandler Prater. 10 on the shot clock. Anaya Russell. Inside, lay-in from Thomas. Kayla Thomas checking in. It's all started by the dribble penetration, and the lead is 10. Shot clock off. Sooners can play it for the final shot here in the first quarter.
Look for them to get Reagan Beers involved, or Peyton Verhulst, and the clock.
They hand it back to each other. Verhulst, jumper. Front iron, no good. Rebound underneath is Prater. Mississippi State can dribble it out, and that's what they'll do to end the first quarter. And how about Mississippi State looking for its first win in league play? And the Bulldogs lead 10th-ranked Oklahoma by 10 at the end of the first quarter. Medina Ocott The center for the Bulldogs coming up with steals, running in the open floor, and the Dogs lead 21-11 at the end.
Peyton Verhulst, who is the best guard for Oklahoma, arguably.
Well, and you look at balanced scoring in the first quarter as well. State played 9 players, and 8 of those scored.
Yeah, great stats. When you're talking about a team effort, that's literally what it is. But they are making great reads and taking the open shot.
All right, if you're Jenny Bronczyk, what are you talking to your team about at the end of the first quarter?
She is calming her team, instilling confidence. They're one of the best passing teams in the country. Peyton Verhulst and Nevaeh top in the Big 12 last year in assists to turnovers. So she's just saying calm down and take care of the ball and get back into it.
First field goal for Anaya Russell, and the lead is 12. Here's Verhulst, drive to the bucket, and got it to fall. Nice move to the bucket by Peyton Verhulst.
You see an ISO action there. They wanted to get Peyton going. Almost got a steal there by Jerkayla again, but stronger finish to catch the ball there by Verhulst.
10-point lead. Here's a Russell again. Cut off, try to kick it across and hit the underside of the rim. Here's Beers underneath. Mississippi State going to be called for the foul. Kayla Thomas trying to root Reagan Beers out of the lane there.
One of the kind of famous fabrics of Coach Bronczyk's offense is how she gets the post players position and the ball, and that's from diving them from the top of the key. It is very hard to defend because they can spin off on either side.
Yeah, one of the keys in the first quarter was Reagan Beers picking up that early foul on a charge. She only played 3 minutes in the first quarter. State was a plus 15 when she was out of the game.
Yeah, that's key, but it is one thing to note that Beers does only average 21 minutes a game, but you obviously want her in to start the game and create some dominance and play through your post.
Yeah, the foul on Jerkayla Jordan. And that's her first, and 2 free throws coming. Liz Scott will be at the free throw line. And got the first. 60% free throw shooter on the season. 24 out of 40.
When you're a coach, you're constantly harping to your defense. Do not foul the shooter, and we've seen that a couple times here. Do appreciate the pressure. You want to make sure that you don't lead that to easy free throws.
There's Denham to Shields. Trying to lob it inside for Ocott. A jump ball call. Possession arrow belongs to Oklahoma.
It's a good box action there, trying to get it inside. The timing was a little bit off on that flare. You could see the physical play there by Beers. Medina is going to be really good in this league, but this is a great matchup for her. There's no learning curve. She gets the best right away out of the gate in the conference. Seeing the motion here for Oklahoma.
Todd, who's hit a couple of threes early, leaves that one short. Well, a good matchup right here. Verhulst and Jerkayla Jordan with a spinning shot. Jerkayla Jordan, her second made field goal. She has 4 points, a lead back to 10.
What a tough shot. Peyton Verhulst is no short guard either. That's great elevation, and that's her sweet spot, has been over her career in the mid-range.
25-15. Verhulst came off a screen and knocks it down straight away.
She has such an effortless shot. It looks like no energy. It's automatic. Watched her shoot yesterday in practice. It was like a video game.
Verhulst now with 4 points. Deep three, Anaya Russell knocks it down. Deep three straight away, and Anaya Russell with her 6th point.
Great sign for State if they can get Russell going from outside.
Verhulst again. This one rattles off. Russell had the rebound, and now a jump ball is called. A possession possession here belongs to Mississippi State. Russell got the rebound, but had 3 red jerseys standing around her. And you take a look back at that last 3 by Anaya Russell, and it seems like every time Oklahoma makes a bucket and trying to get a little momentum, State's made a shot like that just to try to stop a run.
They've answered the call. I'm sure that's part of the game plan and emphasis is Oklahoma's going to score. They're going to make runs that can't affect what we do. That message coming from Coach Purcell.
Mississippi State has been so good at home under Sam Purcell. DeBrisha Poe with a 3, and she knocks it down off the right side. 4th made 3 in the first half for State. And another Oklahoma turnover. Bulldogs with their 7th steal. A 14-point lead. And here's Okot. Leans in. This time too strong with the left hand. Verhulst takes it down the right side, and she'll shoot 2.
We expected a quick pace to this game, but I am surprised by the number of points that are up on the scoreboard right now, especially from the Sooners. Again, it's a credit to Mississippi State and the pressure and the help defense that they're doing and swarming the ball with right now.
Well, you start thinking about it. Oklahoma's a team, they're shooting just 33% from the field. State shooting 50%. So you've had some misses in here. You start looking at rebounding, State out rebounding Oklahoma 14-12, but most of those on missed shots. But only 2 offensive rebounds for State, 1 offensive rebound for Oklahoma. Both teams getting just 1 shot each time down the floor.
Absolutely. And one of the things Oklahoma does as well as anybody out there is their transition offense. And they're not getting that many of those opportunities because State has been scoring at a good clip.
31-18 after the free throw.
Great little to big screen there by Chandler Prater.
Here's McFall, shot clock at 10. Quinera Montague, back to McFall, spun into a double team, able to get out of it. 3 seconds on the clock. Poe straight away. That one off the left iron. The rebound cleared out by Sahara Williams. Nice cut to the bucket, wide open, and the lay-in for Liz Scott. What a great feed inside, and the lead down to 11. And now Prater bumped away as he tried to make the pass. 5:47 to play in the second quarter. Take a look at that cut to the bucket. Backside by Liz Scott. Verhulst able to recognize, and Sooners get the easy lay-in.
Little miscommunication there by State. Have to get back, have to get matched up, and especially prioritize the lane.
The Shields looking for Quinera Montague. Ball knocked free. And Oklahoma comes up with a steal. Here's Scott out left side. 3 left side. Got it. Lexi Keys got the open look in transition.
To our point earlier, Oklahoma wasn't getting many opportunities in transition offense because State was scoring. Back-to-back stops led to two possessions there where they've scored in transition.
5:37 to play in the second quarter. Mississippi State is led by 14, but leads by 8 at the moment. 31-23 over Oklahoma. Back to an 8-point game.
Absolutely. Mississippi State's running efficient offense, which is eliminating the transition offensive game for Oklahoma, as we mentioned. See a press here from Oklahoma out of a timeout.
Denham to Shields. Okot back in the game, now hit with a double team. Ball knocked free and a foul on Oklahoma.
You see the Oklahoma players are questioning that call. They started with a press, and then on the dribble, they're deciding to go double Medina inside, trying to surprise her with her head down a bit.
Sahara Williams picks up the foul, and that's her second. So she checks out of the game. Yeah, you can tell Oklahoma coming out of that timeout a little bit more aggressive defensively. Leaner won't go. Okai got the rebound. Is swatted away by Verhulst. But Okai able to keep it alive.
Great pass. You have to appreciate the effort she's giving. What a pass.
Then Okai missing with the left hand, just couldn't get it to fall. Everything went well that possession for Medina Okai except the finish.
That was a beautiful dish by Russell. Too bad she couldn't finish.
And now the foul on the defensive end, and that's the second foul on Medina Okai.
Frustration foul there. All the effort in the world on the other end just didn't pay off, but been getting good minutes from Kayla Thomas as well.
Well, you look back at players and you start thinking about fouls that they pick up, and that's one of those that when you get in the film session the next day, because you know it was all frustration foul. And you've settled down, everybody looks at you and is like, why'd you do that? Well, I was frustrated.
Absolutely. Preaching mistake response always as a coach and as a experienced teammate. It's just a learning moment right there, but you know that she cares and she wants to battle and do everything she can for her team.
Liz Scott makes both the free throws, and now Oklahoma back within 6. Liz Scott now with 6 points. 4 have come off the free throw line. And here's Anaya Russell. Jerkayla Jordan with a rebound. Floats it back up. Jerkayla Jordan now with 6 points. And that stops an 8-0 Oklahoma run. Skylar Vann, the three is too strong.
Kayla Jordan has those fresh legs as a fifth year. She is skying up there for the boards.
Air ball thrown up by Debris Chapeau. As we approach the 4-minute mark here in the second quarter. State leading Oklahoma by 8. Here's Reagan Beers inside against Thomas, up with the left hand. Reagan Beers, that's her first field goal with 4 minutes to play here in the first half.
That's such a tough shot that she made there with her left hand. Contact, used her clear hand too.
Floating shot by Jerkayla Jordan. Oklahoma gets a stop. Here come the Sooners down by just 6. Verhulst will take a deep three. That would have been a big shot for Oklahoma here in the first half. State led by as many as 14 at 31-17. But a 10-2 run. The Shields the open look. Overshot everything.
You can feel a little bit of fatigue creeping in right now. It's been a quick pace. It's been physical.
And now the 10th turnover of the first half for Oklahoma.
You see the frustration there. The emphasis has been for Oklahoma this year, as good of a passing team as they are, they have to work on their entry passes inside, especially to Reagan Beers. And sometimes we've seen the ball kind of fly out of bounds, just not on the same page there.
Here's Destiny McFall off the handoff. Spins and shoots, too strong. One shot, and that's all again. Lexi Keys to the offensive end. Still a 6-point game with 2.5 to play in the opening half here in Starkville. Beers gets it down low, lays it in with the left hand, and draws the foul of Kayla Thomas. And Reagan Beers going to go to the free throw line to try to cut it to a 3-point game.
There's that dive from the top of the key and then pinning the defender behind him. Great high-low from Skylar Vann there, and again another great left-handed finish for Beers.
And now Beers will have the free throw coming. 61% free throw shooter on the season. And she makes it a 3-point game at 33-30.
See Coach Purcell not happy with that last and one call. Would agree, not quite sure if there was contact initiated by the defense there, but still great finish.
Here's McFall to Anaya Russell. Leaning in. Floater off the mark. Beers with the rebound. Here comes Oklahoma up the floor.
State needs to keep it out of the paint. Last few possessions have gone inside.
Verhulst spins and shoots and makes it a one-point game.
What a shot. One leg fade away. I don't even know if she saw the rim before she let it go.
Well, like one of those old school shots right there. And Sooners right now on a 15-2 run. And this is exactly what we saw on Sunday. State built out a lead against Carolina. And then South Carolina went on a 16-0 run. Shot missed by Russell. Here's Poe with the open look. And nothing falling right now for Mississippi State. The Bulldogs have made just one of their last 13.
Seeing a few players that look a little fatigued at the moment. Got to get their legs under them, but they have to pick up the pace like they did in the first quarter, right early on, and pressuring the ball.
It was a 16-0 run for South Carolina to end the first half on Sunday, and right now Oklahoma on a 15-2 run over the last 5.5 minutes.
Yep, 2-for-1 opportunity here. Probably had the kickback.
And State one of their last 15 from the field now. Oklahoma looking to take a lead. Open look for Todd. And the rebound to Brescia Poe. State can hold it for the final shot of the first half. Trying to take a lead into the locker room. 5 seconds. Anaya Russell leaning in, kicking out, threw it away. And the heave will not go, and that will take us to the half. Oklahoma on a flurry at the end of the half on a 15-2 run over the last 6.5 minutes. Mississippi State had a 14-point lead, but have a 1-point lead as we go to the locker room. So we played one half of basketball in Starkville and Humphrey Coliseum, and Mississippi State leads Oklahoma 33-32.
But they were able to get out in transition. You can see Oklahoma was sagging off of State a little bit more, taking away their dribble drive. Got a few stops, got out in transition, fed the post. Mississippi State has had this happen the last couple of games here, but they're going to come out and approach and answer the call in the third quarter to have a different result for this game.
So Oklahoma with the basketball to start the second half. Appreciate you hanging out with us here on a Thursday night in Starkville. You see the first half summary. State had 8 players that scored. Oklahoma finishing that half on a 15-2 run. And quickly, Oklahoma working the ball inside to Reagan Beers, and she'll go to the free throw line to try to give the Sooners their first lead in a while. The last lead is 7-6.
Coach Bronchek knows that her team needs to work through Reagan Beers coming out of half. They run a nice little set overload action to clear out on the right block.
Tie game at 33, and Oklahoma takes the lead after one possession here in the second half. Kayla Jordan.
I would like to get Jordan a little more active in the offense, get a nice balance for Mississippi State in the first half all around. But Kayla Jordan is their main thing that they need to flow through, and she didn't touch it very much in the second quarter.
Well, worked it into Ocott. And trying to figure out what to do with it. Stayed in the lane too long. A lane violation against Mississippi State. The Bulldogs turn it over their first offensive trip down the floor. And now we've got a foul underneath, and that's going to go against Medina Ocott. And that is her third foul.
Yeah, that's a big impact to the game here. Taking a 6-7 presence out, but I like that Coach Purcell is sticking with it.
Lob it into Beers. Well, she just worked so hard without the ball. And the transfer from Oregon State gives Oklahoma a 3-point lead.
Worked so hard, great delivery there, but you can see the effect of Medina having 3 fouls. She's got to think about it a little bit, not be as physical.
Ocott against the double team. And the rebound, Skylar Van. coming down the floor. And it's going to be a foul on Sahara Williams picking up the foul. Jenny Baranczyk didn't think so at all. We'll see if we can get the foul. It was away from the ball.
Tough call there. You can see that Sahara's just trying to get down the floor and pin, but good awareness by Russell to kind of play it to the refs that she had the angle there. Seen State reject the ball screen twice so far out of half. It's open there. They need to make sure that relocating to the right spots. Good pull-up by Shields.
Denham to Shields knocking down the shot. If you remember, State led 31-17. Oklahoma on an 18-2 run that ended the first half and starting here in the second half.
That kind of twisted there in their spacing, both on the same side, but good pull out there by Shields.
Here's your Kayla Jordan spinning and shooting and giving State the lead back at 37-36. Jordan now with 8 points.
Jordan working her post game, showing her flexibility. Got an undersized tot. But how about that? Reagan Beers can do it all. If she starts hitting those, it could be scary.
Beers straight away with a 3. She's got 12 points. Here's Montague. One-on-one with Beers. Steps back, floater, got it. Ties the game at 39. The first points for Quinera Montague. State now has 9 players that have scored.
Montague's an X factor for Mississippi State. She can be really good in league play. Wow, back-to-back.
And now Beers straight away, and that one from 17. And Oklahoma takes the lead back at 41-39. Jordan step back. That 3 off the mark. Been running the floor of her hole. She'll lay it in, and Oklahoma takes a 4-point lead.
Time to respond now for Mississippi State. You got to make reads like they were in the first half there. Everyone's involved. You know your players want it, but you got to make sure that you're reading what's on the floor.
Russell the 3. Got it.
Great answer.
Anaya Russell, her second 3. She's got 9 points. And it's a 1-point game. Russell stepped through, almost came up with a steal. Here's Todd. Lost it. Denham to Shields. Driving one-on-one, and Todd able to get back and poke it free.
Good play by both point guards there. Love the competition.
Nevaeh Todd just kind of lost it. And you take a look at that 3 by Anaya Russell straight away.
Both her threes have been really deep. She's got some space there, and they're contested.
Russell again. And this one off the front of the iron. Sooners quickly down the floor. Marina Scott. Dish it inside, and it's going to be an offensive foul.
Great charge. Chandler Prater is in her 3rd school. Kansas, Oklahoma State coming off an injury, and now here sacrificing her body, but she has great awareness there defensively.
Liz Scott with a charge. And that's her first foul. Destiny McFall is checked in.
Looked like double dribble there. Maybe change possession.
Here's Russell. She'll take the floater straight away. Thomas with the offensive rebound and sticks it back and gives State the lead. Kayla Thomas with a bucket. Well, lob inside, wide open, and the easy lay-in from Liz Scott. Good feed. And back and forth we go here early in the 3rd quarter. Jordan leaning in, got tripped up. The foul going to be called as they'll charge that with Isaiah Van.
Been a lot of success with Jerkayla Jordan trying to get into that mid post, taking advantage of smaller, not as strong guards, and she tried to do that there again and drew a good foul.
Oklahoma with a 1-point lead.
See the dribble drive action here.
And a hand check out top, a foul on Oklahoma. Zaya Van picks up the foul, and that'll take us to our media timeout. 4:54 to play in the third quarter. Mississippi State and Oklahoma going back and forth here in the second half. Sooners leading by 1. And you see the turnover. And driving up the floor, the lay-in won't go. Offensive rebound by Kirsten Johnson.
Trying to get Jordan going off that high ball screen, but all the attention is to her. She's got to kick it to the opposite wing as the defense collapses.
That offensive rebound by Kirsten Johnson, only the second offensive rebound of the game for Oklahoma.
It's a crazy stat, especially given how much they're used to shoot it, and they're leading the country in rebounding right now.
Only shooting 47%, and sometimes you don't get offensive rebounds because you're not missing shots. Right at the end of the shot clock, and the three is knocked down by Lexi Keys.
I'm sure they'll check that at the next dead ball. Lexi Keys is a warrior. She was a starter at Oklahoma State and then transferred in state, taking more of a off the bench role, but she's been just a sixth man on this group.
McFall misses the three. And a foul on the rebound is going to go against Oklahoma, and will stay down here. It'll be Mississippi State basketball.
Kayla Thomas with good minutes. Same thing with Quinera Montague. I think they've taken it to heart, the scouting report, that they're going against one of the best post players in the country in Beers.
That three by Lexi Keys, her second three of the game. She has 6 points. And Thomas at the free throw line, the first one good. State now 4 of 5 at the free throw line. Oklahoma 9 of 11. Kayla Thomas, a 67% free throw shooter. Trying to get the Bulldogs back within 2. And she does.
Both teams are answering right now. It's going possession by possession. Seeing that motion offense that Oklahoma's known for.
Keys again, this time out of the corner. And the offensive rebound and the putback as Liz Scott just slipped through the 2 defenders, got the rebound, and stuck it back and scored it.
I must have heard you say they only had 2 offensive rebounds, so good answer.
They got 3 now. Shot off from Prater. Here's Scott. Trying to kick it out to the corner. And the ball tipped away, but it'll stay with Oklahoma with 3:15 to play in the third quarter. You look at the first quarter, Brittany, and State outscored Oklahoma 21-11. The second quarter belonged to the Sooners 21-12. This third quarter's probably been about as evenly played over the last 7 minutes as any time we've seen tonight. It's kind of going back and forth.
It feels much more like a kind of half court to half court. We're seeing the opposing, styles of motion style, dribble drive style. And we're just seeing a little bit more of each team dictating what they do best.
Jones missed the 3. Beers got the rebound. Jones a step inside the free throw line, and that one rattles down for Aubrey Jones, and that's her first points.
Being an Iowa native, the Jones family is famous there. They have 4. Jones has 3 other sisters that have all played Division I basketball, all conference players, so they're no stranger to making baskets.
Lead now at 6. Here's McFall out of the corner. And that shot is short. State's going ice cold from the field. Haven't hit a field goal in 2.5 minutes. Verhulst spins and shoots. That one's long. And Jerkayla Jordan cleans up the rebound.
Good defense by Jordan.
Russell deep three. And that one rattles out. State one shot and that's all. Bulldogs settling with some jump shots here over the last few minutes. Well, invert the offense, and Poe pushing Skylar Van in the back. And that will be the 4th team foul on Mississippi State, so no free throws just yet for Oklahoma. And now a timeout taken by Mississippi State, and so we'll step away. So timeout on the floor, we'll take it with them with 2:10 to play in the 3rd quarter. Oklahoma has opened up a 6-point. Well, a different score than we went to break. 49-46, Oklahoma leading Mississippi State. And while we were away, and Brittany, you said when the shot was made out of the corner by Lexi Keys, they would probably look at it, and you see that is a shot clock violation. Ball still right in her hand, so they wave off
the shot clock read 0
the 3 points.
The ball was still in her hand.
And so it's a 3-point game instead of a 6-point game, so they take those 3 off as they go back and look at it during the timeout.
A big swing there. Mississippi State has to be happy about that one.
And you see in the background on the opposite end, you see the red light go off and the ball still in the hand of Lexi Keys. Shot clock winding down, trying to take that quick shot out of the corner. Able to knock it down, but it doesn't count. And 49-46, Oklahoma leading by 3 with the ball with 2:10 to play in the 3rd quarter. There's Jones out top, try to dump it inside. Ball knocked free by Anaya Russell. Out to Jakayla Jordan. And the driving layup gets State back within 1.
Every time after a quarter or a timeout, Mississippi State has come out really aggressive and forced the Sooners into a turnover.
Sam Purcell took that 30-second timeout. It was forced into a media timeout, and now an unforced turnover for Oklahoma, and their 16th turnover of the night. They averaged 19, so they turn it over a good bit, but they had so many turnovers in the 1st quarter. They had 10 in the 1st quarter.
A lot of them unforced, kind of sailing out of bounds as they're trying to get it inside to Beers.
Destiny McFall trying to drive in, had the ball poked free. It goes off of McFall. And nice defense by the Sooners there to turn over Mississippi State.
Didn't work out in Bulldogs' favor, but I do like that action in the middle of the floor, the middle third. That ball screen getting downhill has been good. Great steal there by Jordan, just padding her career steals at the moment.
Another Oklahoma turnover. McFall, the open look, and State takes the lead back as Destiny McFall hits her 2nd 3.
Coach Purcell is pumped on the sidelines. Big shot, good awareness too.
Oklahoma's turned it over 3 times in the last minute and a half. Here's Verholz for the answer. That one's too long. Bulldogs looking to run. Up to Poe. Kick it to the corner. Jakayla Jordan thought about the 3. Spins and shoots. Got another one. Jakayla Jordan beginning to heat up. She's got 12. State leads by 4.
Jordan is batting 1,000 when she is matched up against Todd. She has head and shoulders size against her and then can elevate, and she's recognized where her sweet spot is.
Todd guarded by McFall out top. State's on a 7-0 run at the moment. Lob it inside. Verholz spins, shoots, left it short. State can play it for the final shot of the quarter. Bulldogs led by 1 at the half. Here's Anaya Russell driving in, floating shot, too strong. And we go to the 4th here in Starkville. State looking for its first win in SEC play this year. They led by 1 at the half. They finished the 3rd quarter on a 7-0 run. And the Bulldogs lead Oklahoma 53-49 after 3. Knock off Tennessee in the final seconds up at Knoxville on Sunday. So back-to-back tough losses for the Lady Vols at home. Sooners locked in a tight one here in Starkville tonight. And we go to the 4th quarter. The Bulldogs will have possession. I'm Bart Gregory along with Brittany Lang. We got a good one here tonight in Starkville.
Yeah, back and forth battle. Second half has felt a lot different, a lot cleaner than the first.
And Jerkayla Jordan going down to the left block. She draws a foul, and Jerkayla Jordan will go to the free throw line to start the fourth quarter.
The fouls on the Sooners, 15. She's her first, and the team's
Jerkayla Jordan is demanding the ball right now. She knows when she has a mismatch. She's been capitalizing. She was frustrated, you could tell, towards the end of the first half because they lost the lead, and she wasn't one that was touching the ball very much, and she was really efficient with it. It should go through her.
72% free throw shooter, makes the first. This is her first trip to the line tonight. Got them both, and now she's the only player for Mississippi State in double figures. She has 14. And State leads by 6, and Anaya Russell overplaying the passing lane.
State has kind of taken away the ball reversal for the Sooners. They're really good at moving it side to side. If they can't do it, they eliminate some of their offense.
Beers lobbing it inside for Williams, and Sahara Williams trying to toss it out, and now stoppage of play. State may have gotten a fingertip on that one. They're going to look at it and talk about it, and they will overturn to give the basketball back to Oklahoma.
Everybody's wanting a replay. You have to wait till you're under 2.
Yeah, definitely touched by Jordan, but Sahara Williams.
Yeah, I think it maybe should have gone the other way.
Here's Sahara. Now to Scott. The Beers out top. She'll throw up a 3 and knock down her second 3. Reagan Beers. She only had 2 threes on the season, 2 made threes, and she's made 2 tonight.
And her expression hasn't changed. It's just like it's part of her game, something she does all the time. She doesn't take many in the games, but they do practice it all the time.
And Jerkayla Jordan able to get inside the free throw line. And the lead back to 5. Now Scott back down the floor. Oklahoma quickly got the ball down the floor, get the high percentage shot from Liz Scott. She's now double figures. 57-54. Deep 3 to Brescia Poe. And tipped out of court, and it will belong to Oklahoma. Minute and a half deep here in the 4th.
Poe's kind of had a silent night. She's taken good shots. She's hit 1 3 so far, but she has the green light anytime.
Kick out, 3 for the tie. In and out, no good. Cleaned out the rim. Well, we've had 2 games that have gone down to the wire tonight. Georgia had a last-second shot to win at home against Missouri. LSU had a last-second shot to win in Knoxville over Tennessee. Jordan deep 3 off the front of the iron.
See the coaches yelling at Okot to get back. Can't afford her to pick up another foul.
Jump shot by Scott, won't go. And here comes Jerkayla Jordan running. 2-on-2 against Beers. Got Beers, the defender, up in the air, and Jerkayla Jordan will shoot 2.
Most players would have pulled up. They don't want to go in there against 6'4" Beers. But Jordan knows that she wants to challenge Beers and get her in foul trouble. Good heads-up play, gets to the free throw line.
And now Jerkayla Jordan, who made a couple of free throws a minute ago. She had 6 points at the half. She had 6 points in the third quarter. And already with 4 points here early in the 4th. And she makes it a 4-point game. State's taken 10 free throws tonight. They've made 9 out of 10. Oklahoma 9 of 11 at the free throw line. 3 straight away. Knocked it down, Skylar Van. And it's a 2-point game.
Reigning Big 12 Player of the Year. She's a threat anywhere on the floor. I should say co-player of the year. But again, very talented.
Prater, she'll take the jumper. Or left it short. Here comes Tot running to Sahara Williams.
Better job matching up in transition there for State.
Well, back cut wide open in the lay-in from Verhulst.
Beautiful pass, good cut.
Quickly down the floor, State back the other way. McFall missed it. Montague gets it, cleans it up. And Quinera Montague with the offensive putback. And gives State the 2-point lead again. And now Sam Purcell going to spin the timeout. .6:33 to go. Here in the fourth quarter, 61-59, Mississippi State leads by 2. Times tonight where Oklahoma's had that back cut to Verhulst, but for the most part, State's done a pretty good job of not giving up any kind of back cuts. But you see Verhulst there now with 11 points, able to shake free and get loose for that bucket.
You're absolutely right. Jenny Baranchek's teams are always going to back cut, and they're going to do it well and efficiently. The Mississippi State pack line defense, they're in the gaps. They're aware. They've done a nice job of taking that away.
2-point game. Oklahoma with the ball, trying to tie it or take the lead. Sahara Williams trying to dish it inside the Beers. Ball tip free. And we'll stay with Oklahoma.
See how hard Medina is working inside. She's fronting at 6'7" over Beers. Those two are getting very competitive and very physical inside.
Back to Van, into the corner to Williams. Sahara Williams drives in. And a block is going to be charged to Chandler Prater of Mississippi State.
Great idea. Her feet weren't quite set there. Sahara Williams is very athletic and explosive to the rim. Hard to get over there in time.
And so Sahara Williams will go to the free throw line. Trying to tie it at the free throw line. 75% free throw shooter. 1 of 2 on the night before that make. And it's a 1-point game for the tie. Got it. All 3 of Sahara Williams' points tonight have come at the free throw line. There's Jacayla Jordan back again against Williams. Up and under with the left hand, got the kind iron. Jacayla Jordan now with 20 points.
Jacayla Jordan is the winner of the Strength Conditioning Big Dog Award here for their program. You could see why right there.
Ball knocked free. Here's Jordan out and running. Lays it in. That's 22. She's been over 28 times this year in back-to-back buckets to give State the 4-point lead. But here's Oklahoma back and the and one from Scott.
This has been such a back-and-forth game. Neither team is going to stop. We've seen Jordan, when she goes against top 10 opponents, she averages nearly 6 to 7 points more than her season average. She is a gamer, future pro. You can see the high step celebration there from Coach Purcell on the side, loving it.
Well, then Rena Scott quickly got the ball up the floor for Oklahoma. Got the bucket, charged the foul to Destiny McFall. And now Scott will try to make it a 1-point game. And it rattles off, and Ocott with a rebound. The Shields up the floor. And Prater trying to make a play going down the left side. And now a loose ball foul is going to go against Oklahoma. So Sahara Williams didn't think so at all. And that is the 4th foul on Sahara Williams.
see Coach Bronchek is frustrated over there. One of her starters, and Williams, is on the bench. Both teams playing hard, getting on the floor. Fortunately, Williams didn't come out on top on that one.
And so State will keep possession, leading by 2. And this time, a foul on Rena Scott. And that's her second foul, and the 4th on Oklahoma. So State will be shooting free throws in the next, or after the next Oklahoma foul here in the 4th quarter.
And that will be very key given how close this game has been.
Poe, the open look, knocked it down. The kick out, Debrisha Poe with her second 3, and State leads by 5.
There she is, great awareness by Jordan downhill. Shooter's usually open behind you when you get to the rim.
Here's out top. They'll dump it inside. The spinning shot by Skylar Van won't go. Anaya Russell. Four and a half to play, and Mississippi State leading by 5 here at home over 10th ranked Oklahoma.
Trying to get into some chin action here.
Poe again, this one wide right. Here's Verhulst quickly up the floor. Got the return pass, the back cut, had it blocked from behind by Jerkayla Jordan.
Jordan actually leads this team in block shots, which is something too. She has been all over Peyton Verhulst.
Take a look at that block by Jerkayla Jordan. Got beat on the back cut. Verhulst has got a couple of those tonight. Got the block from behind. Now Verhulst off the inbound and cuts it to the left wing and knocks down the 15-footer.
It's such a pretty shot. She makes it look so easy.
And that's 13 points for Peyton Verhulst. 3-point game with 3:50 to play. Jordan leaning in, count the bucket and the foul, and State inverting the offense again. And Jerkayla Jordan from 8 to 10 feet tonight. That's where she's made her living.
Yeah, I don't know what she did this morning, but she should do that every day. She has been on another level. 2-way player, 3-way scorer, and she has just been strong inside.
And you saw early in the game, it was against a smaller guard and Todd. Now Oklahoma made the adjustment, but Jerkayla Jordan just keeps going inside to make that play. And now a foul is going to go the other way on the rebound against Debrisha Poe.
You're exactly right. She's in a zone right now. She wants the ball, and she's making the right read, whether she needs to fade or go into a shot blocker. It's been impressive to watch.
5-point Mississippi State lead. Verhulst quickly up the floor. She got the mismatch against McFall. Missed the shot, but Beers there to clean it up. Reagan Beers now with 19 points.
Just too strong, worked too early there.
Double-double. 19 points and 10 rebounds for Reagan Beers. Three-point game, Anaya Russell. Back to Poe, Debrisha Poe, wide right with a 3.
Been a little bit off to the right tonight, but again, gets the best defender flying at her.
Verhulst long with the jumper. Denham to Shields. Didn't have the numbers, she'll pull it back out. Here's Anaya Russell driving in. Ball knocked free, Verhulst up the floor. Guarded by DeShields, and a hand check on DeShields, and Verhulst will go to the free throw line. And Mississippi State, last few possessions, taking some quick shots, and that time Anaya Russell trying to manufacture.
there's a balance, right? You want your team to play free, not think, make the right reads and go. But as the game starts getting down, you also want to really execute your stuff and get the ball in the right hands at the right time. So they're kind of feeling it out, maybe haven't been perfect as far as their timing and execution.
And the officials going to get together and just try to look and see if we may have something a little extra with that foul.
The previous play is under review for a potential upgrade to an intentional foul.
I think it's a smart foul, though, by Denim DeShields there. You don't want to give him a layup. It stops it. She has enough fouls still to kind of give to not affect her in the game right now.
Oklahoma will be shooting free throws, but now they're just trying to figure out if it should be upgraded to an intentional foul.
I think she's going for the ball there.
If you make the motion to go for the ball, they normally will not call the intentional foul.
That looks pretty clean there. I'm not a ref, so I don't know, but it looks like a pretty honest play. Added time for both the teams, though, to kind of talk about things, especially in 2.5 minutes left here. You can imagine that Oklahoma's going to try to go inside and then ISO with Verhulst. On the flip side, you have to keep feeding the beast with Jerkayla Jordan from Mississippi State.
Now let's listen.
After review, the contact did not rise to the level of an intentional foul. Personal foul has been issued to 0.
And so Denim DeShields just gets a regular foul and 2 free throws. Gonna take another look.
Yep, definitely the right call there.
And to be honest with you, you could really see how Oklahoma could have been asking for that, because the right hand had kind of grasped the offhand of Verhulst. But that last motion of going up with the left hand toward the ball is what bailed her out.
You bet, absolutely. All about angles in your view.
And Verhulst knocks down the first free throw. That's 14 points for Peyton Verhulst. She averages 14, and now she's got 15, and it's a 1-point game at 70-69.
Going back to Jordan, high ball screen.
Got the defender in the air, left a shot short. Oklahoma trying to retake the lead. Verhulst. Underneath the kick out. Scott couldn't handle it, able to save it in bounds. Now Verhulst drives in, and Ocott with a rebound.
Ocott played great defense there. She was guarding, shuffling her feet, guarding Verhulst, cleaned up the boards. Her activity's been excellent.
Under 2 to play. A 1-point game. On the shot clock. McFall looking for the screen. Lays it up, and the floater gives State the 3-point lead.
I don't even know if she saw the rim over Beers.
And now a jump ball call. Possession arrow stays with Oklahoma. Well, you take a look at that last basket with the shot clock winding down to Destiny McFall right in front of Beers, the floater.
What a great play. She's been so good off the bench for State this year, especially adding in the points column.
Here's Scott. Gets it to Beers. 13 on the shot clock. Williams, free for the tie. Got it. And we're knotted at 72. Sahara Williams, huge 3. That's her first field goal of the night.
State only has 1 timeout. Oklahoma has 4. And make sure you're keeping that if you're Coach Purcell.
Here's Russell guarded by Keys. Driving left side, hangs, and she'll shoot 2. So Anaya Russell will go to the free throw line. She has 9 points tonight. Second trip to the free throw line. She's 1 of 2 at the stripe tonight. 64% free throw shooter. Has a couple of big ones right now for Mississippi State.
That's a veteran guard knowing game's on the line. Let's get downhill. Don't settle.
Big free throws here with less than a minute to play. Got the first. We've had 12 lead changes in this one. 8 times we've been tied. 11 lead changes and 2 free throws by Anaya Russell. She's now in double figures with 11 points. Here's Scott quickly up the floor. Drives, missed the shot. Ocott down with a rebound. And a foul will go to the other way. And Medina Ocott will shoot 2 free throws. Reagan Beers picks up the foul. That's her 3rd, and we walk to the other end.
You appreciate Ocott grabbed the board, quickly got out of trouble in traffic. Big free throws for her here in her young career at State.
Has not been to the line tonight. Medina Ocott, 4 points and 9 rebounds in 23 minutes of play. And the 62% free throw shooter with 2 big ones right now. And the first one is long.
Sooners have a handful of timeouts here. Imagine they'll take it and advance it after this.
Ocott gets 1 out of 2. 3-point game. And now timeout taken by Oklahoma. And they can't advance the ball, of course, right here. I'm Mark Gregory along with Brittany Lang. 33 seconds to play. This game's gone back and forth. And Mississippi State, who led by 1 at the half, saw Oklahoma build out a lead in the second half. State able to come back, tie it, take the lead. Oklahoma has outscored State 23-22 here in the 4th. It has been tight all night long. And the first ever meeting for Oklahoma and Mississippi State here in Starkville. The first ever matchup between the 2 teams while in the league. And we've had a great one here in Starkville tonight.
There's no doubt this has been a good one. We're looking at 33 seconds left in this game. Oklahoma has 3 more timeouts after this. You have plenty of time that you do not need a 3, even though you are down 3 right now. I imagine they would go inside to Reagan Beers, shoots almost 70% from the field, draw a foul at the very least.
And so Oklahoma with the basketball front court, side court after advancing off the timeout. Send it into Beers, ball knocked free, back out the Keys, 3 for the tie, back iron no good, the rebound Ocott. And quickly fouled by Reagan Beers. And another big defensive rebound by Medina Ocott.
Good look from the Sooners to get that back screen, little to big screen into Beers. Pass was a little bit off, but a lot of defenders inside. And then Lexi Keys is a great 3-point shooter. Dina Ocott with a huge board there.
Made 1 out of 2 at the free throw line, the last trip, and the first one is good. State looking for their first win in league play. They dropped a game in Lexington against Kentucky. They lost by 27 at home on Sunday against South Carolina. And they make 1 out of 2 at the free throw line again with Ocott. And now another timeout taken by Oklahoma. They'll advance it up the floor again with 26.4 to play.
Be interesting if they look at the clock there. It looked like maybe an extra second or so went off. I still think the game plan is the same here in the situation. 2-possession game, still plenty of time. You're wanting a high percentage shot.
Well, you see the Sooners still have 2 timeouts to play with. Mississippi State with 1. Four-point Mississippi State lead. We start talking about Sam Purcell and how successful he's been here at home. State had a big top 10 win last year at home over LSU.
Yeah, but I was just going to say, it feels like last year about the same time, the same scenario here.
You see Reagan Beers, 19 points and 10 rebounds, now with 4 fouls. Into the corner to Keys. Bounce it inside, the open look, and it falls in as Skylar Vann gets the bucket. And makes it a 2-point game with 21 seconds to play. Sam Purcell asked for a timeout, and now State can advance it. Take a look at that last bucket. Well, good feed inside to Skylar Vann.
Yeah, good changeup, good call by Coach Bronchek. You're expecting Beers, but you go into Skylar Vann there, again, returning Big 12 Co-Player of the Year. She's no stranger to having a big moment. On the flip side now, State is talking in their huddle about situations. They just used their last timeout. They're advancing the ball. You're communicating to your team, we have no more timeouts. The possession arrow is going to you, though, favorably. So if you do have a chance to go for that, don't be afraid to, but obviously you don't want to foul as you are up in this situation.
So 21 seconds to play.
Oklahoma's probably going to go for a steal. They may have a little bit of time even trap-wise, so Mississippi State can't just assume it's going to happen right away with the foul. They're going to want to get it into Jordan's hands, Russell's hands, somebody who's comfortable into the free throw line and shooting a high percentage.
Boy, this is where the game has really changed in the last few years. If you think back to 4 years ago, 5 years ago, in this situation, Oklahoma is expanding the floor, extending everything, trying to come up with a steal, and now the ability just to put everything in the front court and advance the basketball has really changed the game late in the women's game.
It's made it more exciting, more situational. And it actually is in every type of basketball, whether it's pros or whatnot, except for college men's basketball. That's the only place that we do not have that situation right now, and hopefully in the future, maybe we do. I think it'd make it for an exciting one.
And so Destiny McFall will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 shots. 74% free throw shooter, the first one good. Trying to make it a 2-possession game with 20 seconds to play.
Thought is you want to guard, but you don't want to give up any threes, and you don't want to foul.
And now Oklahoma, who had 2 timeouts to play with, can call timeout and advance the ball themselves in a 4-point game. All right, so you saw out of the last 2 timeouts, they come out of the timeout a couple of times ago. They worked it out to Keys, got the open shot, just couldn't knock it down. Last time, they went outside in. What are you looking for right here with 20 seconds to play?
Yeah, good question. Went to Beers first inside. They knew everyone's collapsing. Then they went to Vann inside. I still think you can go to Vann, maybe even a Peyton Verhulst inside or a quick ISO to the rim. But you want a quick score no matter what it is. They're all threats. If you wear a Sooner uniform. So she's going to tell your team, everybody be a threat. If the three's open, very good. So we've seen this kind of lineup in the past. It's unique. You're lining up, stacking on the opposite side. Gives you a lot of freedom and space to break towards the ball to get it.
78-74 with 20.2 to play. Trying to lob it inside, the ball knocked free. And Kayla Jordan almost came up with a steal. And luckily for Mississippi State, she was standing on the baseline. She tried to save it in and went right to Skylar Vann.
Yep.
So it knocks off 2 seconds from the clock. And now they're going to send everybody to the benches to make sure they got the clock right.
As a coach, you have a lot in your pocket that you're ready for these situations. 18 seconds on the clock, baseline out of bounds. You have game-winning plays. and sheet you're going for. They could go inside or out here. State wants to put some good size inside and make sure that it's not an easy catch for Beers inside. You see Coach Castro here with the board, former head coach. He was under Mike Neighbors at Arkansas too, and he is really good in situations. Coach Purcell trusts him.
Oh, wow. Was she out of bounds? See if State may have caught a break right here. Saved it right to Skylar Van.
The game clock will be adjusted to 18.8.
And so they put .8 back on the clock to 18.8. Verhulst to play it in. Got to do something in a hurry. And now Oklahoma has to burn their final timeout. And this will be a full timeout. And so the Sooners now out of timeouts after trying to play it into State, guarding well. And well, you saw State drawing up the defensive pressure in that last timeout. And
absolutely, and I think it said Coach Castro's obviously has a resume as a head coach and offense, and Coach Purcell trusts his staff. He hires good people, puts them in good situations. Coach Castro does a lot of the scouting, so he was able to prepare his team, and great job by Medina Okot denying Beers the ball, which blew up the play.
And so now both teams are out of timeouts with 18.8 to play.
When you're in a timeout scenario as a coach and you have no more left, you're kind of preparing your group for the next 1, 2, or 3 situations that could happen. You're going to obviously be prepared for practice time, but you want to make sure that you've at least covered it since it's a high-pressure situation.
Keys inbound. Off of Verhulst, and State able to force the turnover off the inbound. And that for the Sooners is their 20th turnover of the night.
It's tough in those scenarios because you're wanting to get the ball to a certain spot, but you have to make a play and break out and throw the ball deep just to get it in.
Now, they may look at it to see if Mississippi State may have touched it. But they have another look at it over on the far side. And then you see Tiffany Bird, who is our head referee tonight. Let's take another look.
Looks to be off the Sooners there.
Yeah, it didn't look like Russell got a hand on it at all. Oh, that would be a massive turnover forced by Mississippi State. State led by 4 at the end of the third quarter. Both teams have scored 25 here in the fourth. You see that look coming from the camera above the rim. Nia Russell nowhere near the ball.
There's still time left in this game.
The game clock will be set to 18.1.
And so they're checking the clock as well. And so they'll put 0.5 seconds on the clock to 18.1. So it'll be Mississippi State basketball in a 4-point game. Inbound at Jerkayla Jordan, and off of Jerkayla Jordan, and Rena Scott forces the turnover. Yeah, so both teams turning it over. And Oklahoma will get it back with 16.9 to play. Lob it to Keys, the three, got it! And it's a 1-point game with 14:6 to play. And now a foul on the inbound, and boy, Oklahoma didn't think so.
Lexi Keys with a huge shot. Last year, she hit a 3-point shot to beat Texas in the Big 12. So she is no stranger to the moment. It's kind of a quick foul call on that last one there. Let's see if we get a review.
And Anaya Russell will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And she hits the first. Now, even with a make, it's a 1-possession game.
Can't foul, can't give up threes. Dig in and guard.
Makes 1 out of 2. It's a 2-point game. Sooners come down trying to tie or take the lead. Verhulst looking for the cutter, throws it away. State comes up with a steal with 2.9 to play.
Huge stop. You can see them swarming at the 3-point line. Running them off the 3. Good experience from the guards from Mississippi State, and all that activity created a turnover.
Well, the big thing here is Oklahoma having to take that last time out, unable to get the ball in a moment ago, and now you can't advance the ball and get it past half court. So both teams out of timeouts with 2.9 to play. And it's a 3-point game.
Yep, Mississippi State needs to just stay away from it. You can see the coaches motioning that on the side.
And that should do it. And Mississippi State's going to pull off an upset win tonight. Tot with a heave, it won't go, and Mississippi State has won its first game in SEC play and knocks off 10th-ranked Oklahoma 81-77.
What a huge response from Mississippi State going down against South Carolina, getting a top 10 win at home. Great job.
And so a top 10 win last year. They beat number 9 LSU 77-73, and tonight